Hey everyone, it's me, Eric the Wizard, and I thought I'd do something a little bit different today, which is I bought the Bible game on Steam a while ago, and I hadn't played any trivia at all because I thought that you had to fully read through a book to do the trivia of it, but then today I saw that there are some quizzes here that you don't have to do anything to play. So I thought I would do those and just see. Also, I noticed that they have Tobit, which I thought that was just straight up an apocryphal book. Maybe it's in the Catholic Bible, but I swear I thought that was just an apocryphal book. But yeah, I just thought I'd do a quiz today and record it and see how well I do. And if I do well, great. If I don't, then maybe that's kind of funny. Let's see. Does that matter? I can actually read it better without high contrast. Oh wow, this is weird. So I've literally never played this game. I'm blown away. I think it's either Canaan or the Plain of Shinar. I'm gonna pick this. Oh wow. Okay, wow. This game is not at all what I expected. This is kind of funny. Oh, it's Jesus Barabbas. There's actually something cool about this, where we call Jesus the Son of the Father, right? Because he's the Son of God the Father, and the Hebrew word for son is bar, and the Jesus word for... Okay, I'm gonna turn down my computer. This is loud. Stop making those wind sounds. The Hebrew word for son is bar, and the Hebrew word for father is Abba. So we have Jesus of Nazareth versus Jesus Barabbas, and Jesus Barabbas is literally Jesus, son of the Father, just like how our Jesus is Jesus, son of the Father. So that's pretty cool. Who's the oldest person in the Bible? If they mean oldest as in like first person, it's Adam. If they mean oldest as in has lived the longest, it would be Enoch, because Enoch never died. He was like assumed into heaven. I'm gonna pick Enoch. Oh. Okay, well, I didn't know what that question meant, so I think maybe that's not my fault. Oh, Jonah had to prophesy to the Ninevites. I knew that. What day did God create the sun, the moon, and the stars? Maybe day 3? No. I think it's day 4, right? Because isn't it like he makes multiple locations, then populates multiple locations? I think it's day 4. Heck yeah. Okay, cool. By the way, for anyone watching this channel who doesn't know much about me or who I am, I have a religious studies degree and a Jewish studies degree, like, you know, undergrad stuff. So if I feel kind of bad when I get these wrong, so this is something I should know. Which two people know Noah didn't die? I think it's Enoch and Elijah, because I literally just said that Enoch was assumed into heaven, but then Elijah, I'm pretty sure he was also assumed into heaven, right? On the burning chariot, and then he gave his mantle to Elisha, his, like, trainee. I forget the term. Not trainee, but, like, protege? You know, the guy. Yeah, I was right. Okay, cool. We did it, gang. How was the serpent punished for... Lost its legs. That's why it doesn't have legs. Which two legendary creatures mentioned? Serpent. I think it's Behemoth and Leviathan, because I know the Behemoth is like the monster of the land and Leviathan's the monster of the water, but also maybe Behemoth was from Revelation and the dragon was there. I do know that the serpent, Behemoth, the unicorn, the dragon, and Leviathan were all in the Bible, so this is actually kind of hard. I'm going to pick these two. Okay, I was not sure. I think Damascus. He was on the road to Damascus. Did Judas die? Okay, well, technically Judas dies two different ways in the Bible. He hangs himself in one of them, and then another one is he gets disemboweled in his field. And because disemboweled isn't here, I'm just going to pick hanged himself. But that's not entirely true, though. Just like how I didn't understand the oldest person question, that question isn't really true, because he died two different ways. So it's not fair. Also, it's Uriah. But, like, it's not fair. Sorry, I don't have my camera on right now because my room is a mess because I'm like packing, so there's boxes and stuff behind me. But I'm actually kind of worked up. Like, I'm making silly faces and stuff. I kind of wish my camera was on. Which couple was struck dead for lying the Holy Spirit? Oh golly. I know it was people. So I know this is either from one of Paul's letters or from Acts, and this is when everyone was selling their land to raise money for the early church, and this couple didn't sell their. They sold their land, but then they pocketed most of it and only gave some of the money to church. I think it's Ananias and Sapphira, but I could be wrong. Okay, I'm right. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. What are the Nephilim? It depends. Again, depends. If you're into extra canonical works, they're half human, half angel. But I guess if we look at the Bible themselves, they're giants. They were craftsmen too, though. Like, all of those answers are correct depending on who you ask. What did jail drive through? Seriously? Oh, tent peg. I remember this one. There's a beautiful painting based off of it. Wait a second. I'm losing my mind. Yeah, he wore goat skin so he could be hairy like his brother. Which I think you'd be able to feel the difference. That's fine. How tall was Goliath? I don't know. I mean, obviously it's not either of these two because that's way too short. 6 cubits. One of my cubits is more than a foot if you like measure my arms. This would be more than 6 foot tall. So this could be true. This could be true too, but it sounds... Because the other answers have span, I suspect span is in the right answer and they're trying to trick us, so I'm gonna pick that. Yeah. I didn't know that. That was just logic. Don't give me credit for that. What is science? The rainbow. I didn't even need to finish that. What is... Oh, soup. Or stew, depending on the translation. I don't even need to read half of these questions, I just know them. Wait, oh god. I don't know what emerods are, so I'm tempted to pick that, but I'm also tempted to pick famine. I'll be real, I don't know the answer to this question. This is one I straight up don't know, so I'm gonna guess. I'm not sure. I'm gonna guess emerods just because I don't know what that is. Oh, it was right. Okay, cool. Well, I did not know that. How many wives? 700. 40 years. This is easier than I thought. I'm enjoying that. Oh, Lot. In addition to this being my major, it's just religion is kind of like the only thing I care about sometimes. Like autism special interest level. There are days where it's like I can't get out of bed and I can't like brush my teeth. I can't make myself do anything, but I can make myself read like religion Wikipedia for 6 hours. He was beheaded. He was beheaded because Herod was throwing a party and his daughter danced for him and his friends. And his daughter pleased him and his friends so much with the dance that he swore to his daughter, I will give you literally anything you want. And his daughter's mother, which was one of Herod's wives, I think he had more than one, and this was the wife that was being condemned. Her marriage with Herod was being condemned by John the Baptist because she was formerly married to Herod's brother. She instructed the daughter, saying, your dad said I'll give you anything. I tell you, request that he give you John the Baptist's head on a platter. And Herod being... He couldn't back out of that vow because he made it in front of all the party guests, so he beheaded John the Baptist when he was previously keeping him as a political prisoner because he knew that killing him would bring more trouble than just imprisoning him. Yep. I think 2, cause wasn't there like his adoptive father, the Pharaoh, and then his brother, the Pharaoh? Yeah, I don't know. I've not heard of this group, so I'm kind of tempted to just pick this group. This is one of those stories you hear as a kid, and then I haven't read it yet as an adult, so my memories of it are all, like, from when I was, like, 10. Okay, so I guess if I don't know the word, that's the answer. Hey, 24 out of 25 isn't that bad. Personal best, yeah. The Ark of the Covenant 2. This is a weird game. Like, I knew it would be weird, but I did not know it would be this weird. Especially, I can tell it was made with Ren'Py, because it's like menus and stuff, or Ren'Py, I don't know how to pronounce it. Its menus and stuff look exactly like the games I've made in Ren'Py. I don't know, this feels maybe offensive. I don't know, this is weird. Okay. um, so if I go trivia, what is it? Okay. I might do another one. I thought if you did well on one, oh, you have to get a perfect score to get one. I was one short, which is weird because I could have sworn I made more than one mistake, and I don't know. Let's see. I think it's his height. Yeah, I remember that. Vegetables. If you've ever heard of the Daniel fast, that's just people, I guess, thinking they're very important for eating vegetables. Man. I don't know. I'm kind of just gonna say like 200. Oh. I wish it told you the right answer and you got it wrong so you could learn, which I guess maybe by not doing that they encouraged me to like go look it up in my Bible, but I don't know, whatever. I have no idea, so I'm gonna pick this guy because I don't recognize this name. Oh, okay, that strat did not work this time. Well, only one. Wait, only one of these you can eat, right? Like, oh, I guess blood. I don't understand. Water. This is during. Okay, this is out of context. When Elijah was trying to demonstrate that God is the one true God and not like Baal. I've been saying Baal, but like a lot of my Jewish professors say Baal, so now I'm gonna start saying Baal. And if that's wrong, I'll switch back. Um, he had his altar doused with water. So there were two altars made, and the people who wanted to worship Baal were singing and dancing and praying around theirs for hours and hours and hours, asking Baal to light theirs on fire to demonstrate that Baal is like real and has power. And of course, nothing happens. I shouldn't say of course, but like if you read the story, nothing happens. And then Elijah has these like giant multi-gallon troughs of water like dumped onto his altar, and it still lights when he asks God to light it. Tubal Cain. I don't know. This? Okay, cool. I thought blacksmithing was like attributed to one of the fallen angels in the Book of Enoch, so that's kind of why I picked it. This one's obvious. Harp. What? I thought he played the harp. Am I wrong? Okay. I don't know the answer to this. I'm just gonna pick something. I just realized if that false is meant to be an eclipsed sun, that's kind of dark, because that's like a crucifixion reference. Oh. Oh yeah, maybe he had like 300 concubines and 700 wives, I guess, I don't know. I know this one is Samuel. Okay, this one is actually just a lot of stuff I don't know. I need to get better about my Bible knowledge. Wow. My last 4 years of college were useless, down the drain. I don't know anything. Esther. I love Esther. She's probably one of my favorite Bible people. Okay, rib is the answer they want, but it can be an entire side depending on how you translate Hebrew. You can read about that in the Talmud. Have any of these been New Testament questions, or have these all been Old Testament? I haven't been keeping track, but I... Oh, I know, the Judas one, that was... Okay, it's been both. It's been both. I just... Wow, okay. I'm gonna say doves. Okay, I honestly have no idea. I'm not familiar with that story. I gotta reread a lot of the Bible. It's kept his enemies' livestock. To explain why that's bad, basically, he was commanded by God to go raid an entire city and destroy absolutely everything in it. The word for destroy there is also used in some to refer to some sacrifices to God, also in the Old Testament. So often, some Bibles will have footnotes saying like the word here means to destroy or to I have a minor stutter there. Irrevocably, but like pronounced correctly, give something to God by completely destroying it. So he asked for everything in the city to be like completely destroyed, but kind of destroyed as a dedication to God. And King Saul and his soldiers kept a lot of the livestock, but then later sacrificed that livestock to God. And God was like, I would be more pleased if you had just like had faith in me and followed my instructions, rather than deciding that you know better than me, even if you're deciding that because you think you can honor me better by doing a sacrifice or whatever. So it's kind of like a moral against believing you know better than God, even if you are genuinely trying to serve God, even if you are trying to whatever, you shouldn't. I guess like the best sacrifice God asks of us is to be faithful to him, to trust in him, be obedient to him, and rely on him. It's not, oh well, I think I know better than you, but knowing better than you, I'm gonna honor you even better. Like, no, you can't do that. It's Lot's daughters, sadly. So it's the Red Sea, but often I think that's a mistranslation of the Reed Sea. I could be wrong. I don't know, look that up later. I'll look it up later too. Locusts and honey. I think I hear someone knocking at my door. I'm not sure though. I don't know. I like Og. This sounds like an ogre name. I'm gonna pick that. Okay. I did not know God transformed a king into a monster. Joseph's, because before he died, they promised that they were going to take him to the promised land. And, he died even before the Israelites were enslaved in Egypt, even before all of that. But he was brought into the promised land eventually, which is very nice. And that also shows that sometimes promises God makes to us don't happen within our lifetime. His brothers. And also kind of bandits. He sold them to bandits. Or, no, they didn't. I don't know what I'm on. These three. Shem, Ham, and Japheth. These aren't all equally hard. Like, some of these are really obvious to me, and others are like, I've literally never heard of this story. I wonder if it's from the Apocrypha. Okay, getting this feels I don't deserve it after I only got like 17 right. That's fine. If I redo this, I wonder, because these are like general trivia, I wonder if I redo them if they're the exact same questions or not. Even if so, because they don't show the correct answers, that's not really much help. Let me just see if this is the exact same as it was. Yeah, it was. Okay. I'm probably gonna end this here. I might play the other two later. I don't even know if I want to upload this. This is just kind of weird, but I think it's funny. I might do it again for the next two, because I think I'd rather do this and like laugh about it with an audience than just like do it and whatever. I might have to read some of the shorter ones. Like, I know the book of Obadiah is like literally just one chapter, and I've read a lot of the minor prophets like just in one go in the past in real life. So I might reread them on this app and then try to come in and see if that helps. Is there like a... If I pull up the Bible itself... I'm just posting random... Does it let me like look 4 specific words, like, take. That's cool. I honestly don't know how this works. I was hoping there'd be some sort of way I could, like, look through the entire Bible, like, search for a term and see everywhere it shows up. Oh, there's search. That's cool. I guess that could help me if I was looking for passages about something specific. So, like, just for fun, let's look up this. Okay, I expected this. That makes sense because that's where we're, like, introduced to it. And then this makes sense because it's probably about Samson. I'm surprised it's in Amos, though, because I'd assume the third one would be about John the Baptist. Let's see what this is. Hey, this is interesting. Assuming I'm reading the vibes of this correctly, which I'm probably not because it's King James and I'm not really used to reading the King James, giving wine to Nazarites and then asking them to prophesy kind of has similar vibes to when Jesus was going to be crucified and they're blindfolding him and hitting him and saying, you know, prophesy who hit you, because Nazarites aren't supposed to have any wine. I don't know. This I'm probably no. It says it's telling him not to prophesy. I don't know. I need. Okay, honestly, if you use this name of God in your translation, I kind of think your translation needs to be worked on a bit more. I don't know. These are all just my opinions. I should probably end this video before I, like, horribly offend everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a great day. When I bought this game, it was only $5. If it looks fun to you, I'd say it's worth it. It's a silly little thing. Bye!